Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Buccaneers under the lights on Sunday night.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So glad you're having us in for this divisional round matchup. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Partner, playing in front of the home crowd. That is something you get when you're the #1 seed. A week off to prepare. Now a playoff game in your building. It's that age-old question. What do you think? Rest versus rust. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
And the reception for Chris Godwin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Mayfield. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes Otten in motion. To throw is Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. They go play action with Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
On play action, Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To the goal line and in. Mike Evans. Touchdown Buccaneers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Dak going to put it up right away, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Play action now. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb.
Pass interference. Defense.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. A give, and here comes Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On play action, here's Dak. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. The open man is Tolbert. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Tyler Smith, guilty on that one. Prescott now. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback into any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Second down, Prescott. A high throw over the middle, that's taken in. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Dak facing 3rd and long. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see the football for the second time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here comes Otten in motion. Second down throw for Mayfield. Taking off. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the ground, it's Irving. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Inside the 10, it is caught. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're gonna mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Cowboys offense ready for their 2nd possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. On 2nd down, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Williams. Good running there, getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down. Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play fake. Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Holding offense.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Javonte David doing his work on defense. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. To throw is Dak. On throw here, right side. Falls incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run. It's Williams. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. On the give, it's Williams. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. See what happens on 3rd and goal. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Here's Irvin. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. They gained 18 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
This one caught left side by Evans. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That'll mark him back half the distance, and they'll go from there. That's taken at about the 14. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On second down, Baker. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. On third down, it's Irving. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up fourth down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Here comes a return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cowboys offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Play action now. Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it.
Todd Bowles disagrees with that call. And he's thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Now Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run with Irving. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Prescott again. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To the air again. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
3rd and 5. Again, Prescott to the air. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Baker to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. The Bucs were treated to a fine first half by their quarterback. That's Baker Mayfield. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A give left side. Here's Williams. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's into the hands of Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now, Prescott. There's Ferguson, the tight end. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing is Prescott. That's complete left side to Pickens.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. To throw is Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. On the option, here's Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Dak facing third and long. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing And now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw. They'll set up the screen to White. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. And here comes 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Catch made by Pickens. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll run it with Williams, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Dak to throw. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To throw is Prescott. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Williams. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Dak to throw. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. It felt like they needed a touchdown. Greg, in the worst way, after getting those early field goals to find the end zone, big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it. As you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6, it starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
So that challenge, a successful one. Second down, Prescott. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On the ground, it's Irvin. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Oh, he coughs up the football. But he'll gather it back in. 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield, and this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. Now he'll run. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. A give, and here comes Williams. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. 3rd down and 9. Here's Prescott. He'll let this go for picking. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. The ball comes out. The Bucs have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A give. This is Irving. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Baker. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Off he goes.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll throw again, Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Prescott again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
3rd and goal for Prescott. This is intercepted. Picked off by Matthew Stafford. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Bucs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive is so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Baker going to hand it to White. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Second down throw for Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Here comes Otten in motion. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Throw left side. Pulled in by Evans.
Holding offense. Still 1st down.
Mayfield. He connects with Palmer on that one. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. That's his tight end, Otten. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, Lamb. A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. 2nd and a yard. Pistol now for Prescott. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. On first down, it is Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Here's a handoff to Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
You know, the reality is a lot of times bubble screens are just added on to a traditional run, and you're saying to the quarterback, don't hand the ball off if you don't think it's a good look. But what you're not counting for is that he decides to throw it out to the bubble, and you end up losing yardage.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Williams. And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here we go, 1st and goal. They put Pickens in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Williams. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time for Williams. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he is not going to get in to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. They're able to do something that's not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.